Hi students, welcome to chemistry classes. In this video, we are going to start with the chemical thermodynamics terms. They are internal energy and state functions and enthalpy of reactions and types of enthalpy processes. So in that first one, internal energy. What is meant by internal energy? Internal energy is the total energy possessed by a system due to its nature and chemical composition, thermodynamical state. And internal energy is made up of a number of components such as translation energy, rotational energy, vibrational energy, bond energy, electronic energy. And its value depends upon the mass of the system and the state of the system. And here students, internal energy, it is an extensive property and it is indicated as U. The absolute value of internal energy of a system cannot be determined. The change in the internal energy is given by delta U is equal to U2 minus U1. And here internal energy is a state function of the health. Next one more important term in thermodynamics, that is first law of thermodynamics. According to first law of thermodynamics, energy can neither be created nor be destroyed but can be transformed from one form into another form. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ energy ನಾವು create ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, energy na destroy ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, but we can easily transfer from one form into another. According to this law, the energy of an isolated system remains constant. If a certain amount of energy disappears, an equal amount of energy must appear in the another form. Hence, the energy of the universe is a constant. And mathematical form of first law is delta U is equal to Q plus W. Delta U nothing but change in the internal energy, Q nothing but quantity of heat, and W nothing but work done on a system. And here students, enthalpies of different types of reactions. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ನಮಗೆ enthalpy of reactions ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋಣ. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೀನ್ ಬೈ ಎಂಥಾಲ್ಪಿ? ಎಂಥಾಲ್ಪಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋಣ. Enthalpy. The enthalpy of a system is defined as the total heat content of the system. The total heat content of the system and is measured as the sum of its internal energy and the product of pressure and volume. And it is represented as H. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ enthalpy H is equal to U plus P into V. So here H nothing but enthalpy, U nothing but internal energy, P nothing but pressure, V nothing but volume. And here these are the different enthalpy reactions. In that first one, thermochemistry. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ನಮಗೆ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತವೆ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋಣ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ thermochemistry. Thermochemistry is a branch of chemistry which deals with the study of heat changes during various physical and chemical transformations. Thermochemical equations, it is a balanced chemical equation in which the quantity of the heat changes during the reaction and the physical state of the reactant and product are indicated. Example for thermochemical equations, carbon react with the air or oxygen molecule to give carbon dioxide. Here enthalpy is minus 393.5 kilojoule. And here another one small definition and small concept, exothermic reaction. A reaction which takes place with the evolution of heat is known as exothermic reaction, or during the reaction heat is liberated is called exothermic reaction. Again same example, carbon react with oxygen molecule to form carbon dioxide. Enthalpy is minus 393.5 kilojoule. Endothermic reaction. A reaction which takes place with the absorption of heat is called an endothermic reaction, or the reaction which takes place with the absorption of heat, or you can simply say during the reaction heat is absorbed. Example, N2 nitrogen plus oxygen to form nitric oxide 2NO. Here enthalpy delta H is equal to plus 180.8 kilojoule per mole. One more definition for enthalpy, nothing but enthalpy of formation. Enthalpy of formation andre, the enthalpy of a formation is the change in enthalpy that occurs when 1 mole of compound is formed from its element in their standard physical state. H2 plus half O2 to gives rise to H2O. Here delta H enthalpy of formation is minus 280.8 kilojoule. And one more, enthalpy of combustion. Enthalpy of combustion andre the enthalpy of combustion of a substance is the change in enthalpy that occurs when 1 mole of substance is burnt completely in air or oxygen at a given temperature. Example, heat of combustion of graphite is minus 393.5 kilojoule at 25 degrees Celsius. And next one, enthalpy of a solution. What is meant by enthalpy of a solution? Enthalpy of a solution at infinite dilution is the change in enthalpy where 1 mole of substance is dissolved in a large excess of solvent such that no more heat changes takes place upon further dilution. At such large dilutions, interactions between ions are negligible. Example, NaCl. NaCl undergo dissociation, it gives rise to Na plus and Cl minus. Here enthalpy of a solution delta H is equal to plus 5 kilojoule per mole. And one more definition, enthalpy of dilution. Enthalpy of dilution andre enthalpy of dilution is the change in enthalpy when a solution containing 1 mole of a solute is diluted from one specified concentration to another concentration. And enthalpy of neutralization, one more important term, enthalpy of neutralization. Enthalpy of neutralization is the change that occurs when 1 gram equivalent mass of an acid is neutralized by 1 gram equivalent mass of a base in a dilute aqueous solution. Nodi students, enthalpy of neutralization andre change that occur when 1 gram equivalent mass of an acid is neutralized by 1 gram equivalent mass of a base in a dilute aqueous solution. Example, HCl, hydrochloric acid, sodium hydroxide, base combines to form NaCl salt plus water. Here enthalpy of neutralization delta H is equal to minus 57.3 kilojoule. Next, one more small definition, enthalpy of sublimation. So students, sublimation andre solid is directly converted into gas. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನೋಡೋಣ, what is meant by enthalpy of sublimation. Enthalpy changes when 1 mole of solid is converted into vapor at a constant temperature under standard pressure is called enthalpy of sublimation. So carbon dioxide solid form undergo dissociation to give carbon dioxide gaseous form. Here delta H sub nothing but enthalpy of sublimation is plus 25.2 kilojoule per mole at 195 Kelvin. Another enthalpy definition, nothing but enthalpy of atomization. Enthalpy of atomization andre change in enthalpy when 1 mole of substance is converted into free atom. 1 mole of substance ಇದು ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಫ್ರೀ ಆಟಮ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎನರ್ಜಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಎಂಥಾಲ್ಪಿ ಆಫ್ ಅಟೋಮೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Change in enthalpy when 1 mole of substance is converted into free atom in a gaseous state is called enthalpy of atomization. Here hydrogen gas undergo dissociation, it gives 2H, nothing but 2 hydrogen atoms. Here delta H enthalpy of atomization is plus 435 kilojoule per mole.